really and truly is the magic capital of the world, and there is no other place in the world like this place. No other town with so many brick and mortar magic shops. No other town with so many famous magicians buried in the cemetery. Kind of a morbid thing to think about, but believe me, there are magicians around the world that are planning their burials. That's where they want to reside. It's a town with an amazing history. And it really all started with a very famous magician of many years ago by the name of Harry Blackstone. And the deal was, back in those days, they didn't have air conditioning in theaters. So in the summers, it was too hot to do shows because people simply couldn't handle being stuffed in those stuffy theaters. So during the summer, magicians would build their shows that would go on the road when the fall and winter came. Well, Blackstone loved the outdoors. He loved the recreation in this area. So he had property over there in Sturgeon Lake, and his team would come in the summer, and they had a barn there, and they would build their illusions. They would practice all summer and swim and fish and all of that. When the summer ended, they would go on the road. And since Blackstone resided here and liked it so well, that's really where all the magic in this area began. Well, one of the tricks that Blackstone did involved something I'm about to show you. So we're going to put some fun music behind it, and I'll just tell you the story. It is said that Harry Blackstone Sr., he had big illusions, we know, but he had a small one that involved a little silver box. Strange, the box had no bottom in it, and you could see right through the box. He would open the front and back doors, he would open the top, and since the bottom was open, you could see every direction through the box. It was clear there was nothing in the box, and nothing could be in the box. But then he would reach inside and find a handkerchief. It was really astonishing. Just a little silver box, no bottom. You could see right through it. See in the top, see in the bottom. No place that anything could possibly be kept inside a box like this. And yet he would reach inside and he would find a handkerchief. Now, not everyone saw the great Blackstone do this, and it became a matter of discussion. One person would say, did you hear that he has a box with no bottom? I mean, you can see right through it. You can see it from top to bottom. Did you hear that he has a box like that, and yet inside the box he keeps a handkerchief? And the other person would say, wait a minute. Are you telling me that it's a box, a silver box with no bottom? A simple little box, you can see it through it this way, you can see it through that. Are you telling me he has a box like that, and inside of it he keeps a handkerchief? Well, another person would say, I simply don't believe it. It's not possible. There's no way. A box with no bottom, a box with sides you can see through, a box open this way and that way from bottom to top. There's simply no way that there could be a handkerchief in that box. In fact, there were naysayers who said, I simply don't believe that Blackstone did anything like that. I don't think that he possibly could. There's just no way. And so we have to decide for ourselves tonight, do you think there could be such an illusion? A box with no bottom, you can see right through it. Through the bottom, see through the top, and yet inside could be a red handkerchief. What do we think? Well, I must add one other little wrinkle to the story. There was one man who said, I don't think it was a handkerchief he kept in that box. I think actually what he had in that box was a great big, long, beautiful rainbow. Of course, people said there's no way. That would never be possible. You could never have a great big, long rainbow inside a simple little box that we can see through this way and that way from bottom to top. Simply couldn't be done. So I don't know what you think about it. But it was all done with just a little silver box that you could see through this way, that way, every possible way. And I suppose we'd have to say, handkerchiefs coming out of that box? No way. But in my mind's eye, I think maybe he really did it. And I think when he did it, people clapped and cheered. That's what I think.
Woohoo!
That's the inclusion of the silver. Well, show's not over. A couple quick